Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen. We talking practice.
Hey. This is Matthew Harvey here with the 12 o'clock Siren recording live at the 903 Broadband Studios at the Cowboy Corner on the southeast side of the downtown Leonard Square. On my left hand is James Filibuster Hartley.
They should bring that back.
The filibuster?
Yeah. I think they did away with it.
I don't think so. I thought they filibustered the Supreme Court hearings as much as they could.
I have to double check on that. I think that was more just a protest.
Yeah, and that may be so.
Yeah.
We them boys. Did you see Andy Dalton get hit in the head?
Yeah. So,
Good Lord.
Look, I'm not a sports guy that much, but I think there is something to be said about why didn't somebody get tossed out of that game? Like you're supposed to protect your quarterback, so he got hit. It was gnarly. If I were on the Cowboys, which I'm probably trying to plan on suiting up next week.
Yeah. You have a jersey?
I got a jersey, and I live close to the Metroplex. I'll show up to practice. Some of them Cowboys should have been up in that dude's face.
Yeah.
Man.
Was it a foot first slide?
I don't know. I have to go back and rewatch it.
I didn't consider it till just now. I think it was foot first, wasn't it?
Maybe, but it was gnarly.
Because he went down. Boy, his head hit the ground, boy.
Yeah. And then they got that I don't know.
And they're like, all right, no, I guess we'll kick.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, okay, he's laying on the ground. He's not responding.
Yeah. I thought he was dead. I saw his soul leave his body. I saw a funny UFC video one time where some dude got knocked out really gnarly, and they edited it and they made his soul come out of his body. It was funny. Yeah. Oh man.
That would be the whole Cowboys team.
Yeah,
Their
it's
soul's
terrible.
just gone.
Yeah, it's terrible.
From what I hear, I didn't watch.
I haven't watched much. I got accused of collusion today in my fantasy football league.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That happens?
Yeah.
Are you that into it?
No.
I didn't think so.
There's this one guy. We've got 10 people in our league. It's a fun league, man. I've been a part of it since the beginning. There's this one guy that I think this is his second or third year. He is into it. And fantasy football for me is a way for me to spend $100 because I never win, so I'm donating. And it's just we have a text thread with all of us, and we all talk crap to each other and whatever. This guy, I couldn't get into my app because ESPN is notorious for having technical difficulties, and I couldn't set my lineup. And one guy was out. I couldn't get him changed, and I was up at Texoma camping and stuff. And anyway, so this dude he was like, I think that was done to help this other guy that's winning. And I was like, yeah, because I don't want to win. I mean,
right.
Come on, man. Anyway, it was it was a funny text thread though.
What's your team name?
Leonard Boogaloo Boy.
Oh.
Yeah, just thought I'd wave that flag. Why not? Yeah,
that's funny.
That's one of the more G-rated ones, I guess. So
I like it.
Yeah, I like fantasy football. I don't even care about sports that much, but it's fun.
Yeah. I YouTubed the Andy Dalton hit because I heard about it, and I didn't know. I saw some banter, but didn't know exactly what happened.
Sure.
When I heard it was a nasty hit, I looked it up. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Did you see I forget the guy's name, the quarterback that was the Giants and Eagles game? The quarterback that was free field, nobody up ahead. He just eats it at the 10-yard line. No. He trips over his feet.
No, that's me, though.
Well, I tagged a couple buddies of mine I used to play softball with, Derek Minshew being one of them, and KP. We used to play softball in Allen, and I was kind of like a stand-in. They just asked me to play right field, basically.
Right.
And I played right field, and I was up to bat one time, and I think I was playing in flat shell toe Adidas. So probably not the best footwear choice to begin with.
Right.
But I hit a in-the-park home run, which you don't know until you're rounding third, and then you do turn it on or turn it off.
Yeah.
So I turned it on. And it was...
And doing so, you turned it off?
It was so reminiscent of this dude, whatever the guy's name was, Run. I tagged both of those guys in that video.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this is me hitting it in the park, home run, rounding third, going home. And I just ate it halfway through the baseline, crawling on my hands and knees. I tag home plate with my hand.
Man, that's awesome. My
Terrible.
kids, like, you know how when you're young, your dad's like your hero,
Yeah.
My kids are still in that phase, and we'll be watching sports or something and be like, Dad, I bet you were good. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't want to say, no, I was terrible.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to lie to your kids,
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you
That's what I
you
said.
think so, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to start saying.
That's cute.
Yeah. There's their wholesome content of the week. 7 days till the election.
7 days till the election. We just got off the second campaign series episode we've done.
Yeah.
With Mr. Noel Nixon came in.
Yeah. Might have one later this week. We'll see.
Could have another one.
Yeah. But 7 days till the general election too.
That's true.
A presidential election. You feel confident in calling it?
I couldn't call it at any point.
I don't really have a
I don't
sense
think
of how
so.
it's going to go. I'm going to call it. So
You want to call it officially?
Yeah, I think I'm going to call
You
it
wanna do that now?
officially. So as everyone knows, I'm a
Should we call it all 50 states?
man. No.
I've got the map. And I've
Okay.
got what they'll probably go for if you want to.
All right. So
There's basically key states. The swing ones are what we're going for.
yeah,
You want to just call the swings?
Sure. Let me preface this. I'm a Jorgensen voter, right? I'm voting for Joe Jorgensen, the Libertarian candidate for the United States presidency. So I'm just calling it like I see it. I believe if it's a fair election, to what degree we understand that it's fair, I believe Trump is going to win in a landslide electorally.
Landslide.
Mhm.
Electorally.
Yes.
I think that may be true.
I think so.
I think it may be very similar to the popular vote goes to Biden,
Again,
like last time.
I'm a Jorgensen voter. I'm not being a homer here, right? It's not my candidate. I'm just calling it like I see it. The media, we can all agree, is very biased and left leaning. With the maybe Fox News as the exception, right? They are doing everything they can to make it seem like Joe Biden is in the lead. But when we talk about enthusiasm, you and I talked about it today when we were up here. You get 7 people at a Biden rally. You get 10,000 people at a Trump rally. Biden has not campaigned. They are not the people that are going to vote for Biden are not voting for Biden. They're voting against Trump. I mean, great, whatever. Not making a statement whether that's good or bad or who should win. I believe that Trump is going to win in an electoral landslide. It's going to be embarrassing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think some people are due for an upset.
Yeah. Now,
Again, sadly.
let me hedge a little bit. But who really knows? You know.
Well, based off, I think this year's election compared to the last election is a lot less of 2 hated candidates.
Yeah.
Versus one hated and one is not that candidate.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier when we were talking a referendum on Trump rather than just hating both of them.
I'll make another official call here too. Texas obviously stays red, but it does so in a wider margin than it did in 2016.
Yeah.
I think everybody's worried about Texas turning blue. I think this year it's going to open up a little bit. And everybody's going to go, oh, maybe we're not as close to being blue as we thought.
Were they calling it blue earlier today? Like somebody was trying to say it's going to go blue?
Yeah, I don't think so. In 2016, I think I said on one of my social media posts, in 2020 it'll be a blue state, but I'm amending that. So anyway, I don't know. It's weird times we live in. I'm really interested to see what happens if Trump wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in order to do that, he's going to have to win Florida. So what do you think?
Florida's red.
You think it's red?
Yeah.
You're going hardcore Trump?
Yep.
I'm going Trump on that too.
Like undeniable Trump.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a 2000 situation.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania's red.
You think it's red?
Slim red.
I'm going to go red there too. This one I'm not sure. North Carolina.
Red.
You think so?
Yep.
I'm going to go blue just because I might be consequential. Is that the word?
Yeah. Military vote, North Carolina. military's pretty
They
large.
They went red last election.
And I think they'll go red this time.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna give Biden
A
a
nod.
little something in there. Michigan. What do you think?
Blue, I think.
Yeah.
I think blue. I mean, they've got that Eon Omar chick. Yeah.
She Michigan?
No,
Yeah.
she's Minnesota. Sorry.
she's-
The Michigan is Michigan's Justin Amash, but he's stepping down. I don't know. Maybe it is red. I'm going to say blue.
Do you think the militia kidnapping the governor has anything to do with that?
People forgot about that until you just brought it up.
Oh man.
Nobody.
What about her and her husband and the boat deal?
Also, people forgot about that conveniently. I didn't.
I didn't either.
I hate hypocrisy, and she is a hypocrite of the first order.
Yeah. All right, Arizona.
Red.
Red. I think it'll stay red too.
Yeah, even with his denigrating John McCain's hallowed name out there.
Oh man.
But hey.
All right, a little more difficult territory. Wisconsin.
I'm going to say blue. I think it's going to go blue. I think that went red last year, right?
Wisconsin, yeah, because
The Rust Belt. She
Hillary
didn't campaign.
Clinton notoriously did not go to Wisconsin.
I thought it was in the bag.
Yeah, I thought it.
Yeah. No, it's going to go blue, I think.
I'm gonna go Trump on this one.
Really?
Just because I think you never know.
Yeah, it's true.
It's my Wisconsin and Minnesota are. I think he's probably gonna split them. So this next one I'm gonna go B, Biden on Minnesota.
I'm going to go blue on Minnesota.
Just because they were kind of the epicenter of a lot of stuff this
a lot of social
summer.
unrest. Well,
Yeah.
that's an X factor too, though.
Well, I know, and that's why I
You know?
say probably a split between Wisconsin, whether I'm right
Yeah,
or wrong. I
sure.
don't know.
One's going to go one way or the other. Yeah. Man.
That's just what I think.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it blue, but we'll come back to this and I'll go, should have changed it to
All
red.
right, maybe this is easier. Ohio.
Red, I think.
I think it's red.
Yeah.
I've heard from past elections that the Ohio has determined the outcome
Yeah.
for many elections. Was it last year so much?
I don't.
Or
I don't
no,
remember it
sorry.
last
Let
year.
me rephrase that. Nobody has won without Ohio.
Really, I didn't know that.
Something like that. Nobody has won the election without Ohio.
Wow.
And that may be since it's been in the swing state status, or not. I'm not sure.
That's Chappelle's hometown or
It
home
is.
state. Yeah.
I watched his Dave Letterman. My next guest needs no introduction. It was on his farm
Oh, really?
and had a live audience during the pandemic. It was pretty cool because he's doing shows.
Yeah,
at
because
his
I
farm.
saw he did the 8 minutes and 46 seconds George Floyd thing,
Mhm.
or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. Ohio, I think, is going to go red. It has either the first or second largest National Guard in the Union, like as far as military members. And that's generally pretty indicative of libertarian right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. James thinks he's going to win 6 out of those
8.
8
Yeah.
swing states, and I've got him winning. I've got Trump winning
5.
3, 4, 5 out of the 8.
So that
So
goes
who
right
knows?
along with my electoral landslide.
Yeah, somewhat. It's interesting, man. I love keeping up with the polls and what people are saying.
What's the
and
betting odds?
Betting
right now?
that's what I've been looking up most. Betting odds right now are 62% Biden, 36% Trump.
And I think last time they had Trump winning, right? Everybody else had him losing.
Betting odds last year anyway were never in Trump's favor. They're basically the same as they are now.
Man, I should throw $100 out there.
Yeah, because I watched the election and I was just fascinated by how much this changes by when they tick off, the different states as being won or not. So, like in that 1 5-minute period where like I remember North Carolina was announced Trump, and then Florida went Trump, and then like these statistics
Yeah.
just go crazy and they just flip flopped.
What I loved about it, look, here's the deal. I have a lot of, I don't know, some may say like socially liberal tendencies, but I detest the left. I don't mean Democrats. I just detest the left, though. You know what I mean? And I loved watching in 2016 as the writing became more clear on the wall.
Yeah.
the enthusiasm in the Hillary like
The air just got let
videos.
out.
Yeah, and like people were starting to kind of realize like what was happening. And
Yeah.
that I love that, man. That kept me warm for days. You know.
It was a fun TV watch for. I'm sorry if you're taking offense to this.
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. I make fun of Trump too.
I mean, you'll have your day on November 4th.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
Hey, I'll be on the street screaming if Biden wins. No. Maybe I'll do it anyway. I'm voting for Joe Jorgensen. She's not going to win.
No, you're going to be screaming.
Yeah, yeah. So either way, I'll be out there.
Yeah, and you didn't get any of your way.
Nah, ever. I'm always voting for the losing team, man. But that's all right.
But anyway, Elizabeth Warren's still hanging in there at 0.2% chance to win, just above Harris somehow. This is just new development, but she's got a 0.2% chance.
Ugh.
I'm not sure how that happened.
Ugh. I think it would have been a smarter choice to go with Elizabeth Warren as VP than Kamala Harris, personally.
I kind of agree on that.
I like how we're getting into it now, but it's like we want equality. I'm going to pick my VP based on her gender and race.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that sexist and racist?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I said
You
it.
know what's not sexist and racist? Halloween.
I know. Well, I don't know. Depends on your costume.
Depends on whether you're in college or not, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, man.
Well, yet I guess it's not racist yet or sexist.
Yeah. Good Lord, don't dress like Colonel Sanders or, the what's the, why are you giving me that look?
I'm just waiting for you to trip up here.
What's the guy on the coffee from Colombia?
The Colombian coffee guy.
Yeah, don't dress like him.
Yeah, is he off limits?
Yeah, my ethnicity is not your costume, dude.
Ah,
Yeah, you can't do any of that.
but he's a character.
He is,
Does he represent Colombia?
I guess. Apparently.
Like, I can dress like the Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah,
Because there's no Jolly Green Giants?
because there's no
Is that
green
why?
people,
Well, that you know of.
right? But there might be some green people soon with all the alien stuff that's going on.
That's true. And they're real now, right?
And if they're very fragile when they get here, that's going to upset me. If they're like, I wish y'all would stop dressing like Martians.
You're hurting my feelings with your microaggressions.
Yeah, I'm going to be upset about that, man.
They just rule the way that we all, like every book that's ever written on them. They're like, no, this is not factual.
Yeah, that's why we contacted you.
Did you assume our genders?
We're genderless.
Yeah.
Holy crap, it's a thing.
Oh, my God. That's it. There is one.
Yeah, there it is. That's funny.
They were right. They were right all along.
Yeah, I saw something too. It was a meme or a share of something from one of the left-wing pages I follow that said, glad Trump's got it figured out for the regular guy. Here's what's on his platform. And it was like sending the first Mars mission by 20 whatever, putting people back on the moon. And I get it that doesn't really like speak to the common people, but like that's also very important things. And like think about how big the space race was back in the day. Continuing those exploration, that's huge for our country.
So the moon landing was a critical, huge accomplishment for the country.
I'm just kidding.
Sure. I mean, assuming it did, was a huge accomplishment and proud moment for all Americans.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
Does a moon landing, does that come around with the same sort of patriotism and pride in what the country or company accomplished?
Yeah, I would think so. Like
putting a person up there.
Yeah, because I think they're planning on going back in 2022. I think.
Yeah,
and it's they're going to put like a 5G network up there to help with communications and stuff. And I think that's a huge deal. Personally, I'm a NASA nerd though, so I think it's to me, I kind of geek out on it.
So with that cellular. Is that for a cell phone?
No, it's for...
What is 5G? I don't even know. Is it just cell phone or is it internet?
It's to help... they're going to establish all kinds of connectivity up there, and it's to help with, space stuff. I mean, it's not like it probably won't increase our reception.
Yeah. I still can't get any reception in the hills or the valleys.
We've got a 5G network on the moon now, but, here out west of town, I can't talk to you on the phone. I wish somebody would fix that. Like
Yeah.
I think our iPhones are great. I wish they operated as a phone as well as they do everything else.
As good as the phone.
Yeah.
Like the calculator. Like if the phone operated like the calculator.
No problems. I
Man.
get the right answer all the time.
I'd be turning it sideways using that scientific version.
Yeah, get that long digit. That's usually when I'm daydreaming about winning the lottery or something.
Cosines and stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know how all that
You don't
works.
use your cosine button?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, I do like log functions and things.
You're gonna have to give me a tutorial on that.
Yeah. There's a lot more to that iPhone than most people. They never use the scientific calculator.
Man, what's your favorite app?
Probably overall favorite app.
That's not needed. I'll put it that way. Like I need my bank app. That's probably what I use the most or whatever.
I'm gonna say right now, bike race.
Okay,
Just a little game.
Got a game on there.
Yeah.
You didn't have a game on there for a while.
Well, I've taken games off. I've left bike race on just because I don't have anybody that plays me routinely anymore.
Yeah.
So I have to play it if I have to choose to play it. So
Right.
that's one I'll play from time to time. It's never failed me.
Yeah.
It's always been good. I've probably talked about that before.
Probably.
My brother got me onto it. Brett's good at it.
I'll check that out.
Bike race.
Yeah.
Your kids probably play it.
Wyatt plays Among Us now. That's what he asked for my phone for. Can I play Among Us? Okay. I don't know what it is. Don't know. I should probably know. Don't tell him what's happening out there. Somebody's grooming my kid or something.
Right.
But just like, yeah, here, take it.
Among Us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds bad now.
I know.
Now that you said that.
I know. I want to go home and beat him.
You need to go get down your parental controls on
Yeah.
that. Tighten them up.
We're not playing that game no more. Matthew said it real
He
creepily.
said it very- the look he gave me when he said
Yeah,
it.
made me uncomfortable.
Ooh.
What's coming up?
Man, we got a Halloween on the Square on Saturday.
Yeah.
If it, I think it's gonna rain. I don't know if it's a rain or shine event. I assume it's going on either way.
I don't know.
That's something to consider.
That is.
It's flipping cold.
It is. Oh, we were talking about sports a while ago. Did you see that Dez is going to be playing?
I heard with the
Baltimore
Redskins?
Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're hosting the Cowboys here in a couple
Oh,
weeks.
great.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Ugh.
I know. We'll see. Dez is
Man.
probably going to light up because their defense is crap anyway. I
Yeah.
can probably light their defense
He'll
up.
do good elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll catch the ball this time.
Yeah, he caught it last time.
Yeah.
He definitely caught it. Anyway, sorry for that football aside. I'll be quiet about that now.
Well, I've been trying to watch my weight. My wife's been making cinnamon rolls and cocoa bombs.
Dude.
Have you seen the cocoa bombs?
I've seen them. I've had the cinnamon rolls. Fantastic. Have
Yeah.
not had the cocoa bombs yet.
Yeah, I've had all
Oh.
flavors there are, and geez,
Mm.
but she'll be having those for sale soon, if not now.
We had good steak up here.
Yeah,
Big old Wagyu sirloins.
Blue Bonnet Special.
It is, man. I'm going to tell you, I know we talk about it probably every podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I love having Blue Bonnet close to us. They're not ridiculously expensive. They, I put in an order for marrow bones today, and they called me and they're like, "It's done. Come get them."
Wow.
Yeah. So they're super. They're not sponsoring the show, by the way. I'm not. This isn't a paid for advertisement.
But they can.
They
they
can
want
if they
to.
want to. Yeah, Hannah, reach out.
Sponsor and bone marrow.
That's it. Yeah, we'll take meat as payment. But like they're not super expensive, and they're not like ridiculous as far as all the stuff that goes along with like the meat markets in town. There's not just an overabundance of just noise there. It's really good, solid meat. I think we got, what was it? It was sirloin today. I got two big, just massive sirloins. Came up here, and Matthew just stepped away, by the way. If it sounds like I'm rambling, it's because I am, because I'm doing this solo. But anyway, we got two fabulous sirloins. They were the Wagyu brand, and brought those up here, and we ate them after we worked out. Thank you for coming back. I was letting everybody know that I was rambling.
Gotcha. Yeah. I've been going off on their deer and elk chops. Good
Yeah, we
Lord.
got some of those too. I just got into the sous videing. We're going to try that Thursday. I'm going to come up here. I'm busy tomorrow, but I'm going to come up here and we're going to do the whole sous vide thing and then sear them. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, anyway, I love Blue Bonnet. It's
They're
awesome.
a good resource.
They are.
locally.
They are. So we talked election. We talked Halloween. We talked Bluebonnet Meats.
We picked our states for the election.
We did, man. I'm really excited about.
You have voted or no?
Not yet. I'm going to.
Where do you vote at?
In Bonham somewhere. Yeah, it was the courthouse last year. Now it's not the courthouse now. I don't know where it's at.
No.
Or last time, I should say.
They're redoing it.
Yeah. Does seem to finally be getting some traction, though. I drove by there the other day, and there were, like, people working on it.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
that's good.
Yeah. Because it's set there all deconstructed.
Yeah.
Like a trendy sandwich.
Yep.
For a long time. You remember that trend?
I like that.
Yeah.
A deconstructed sandwich?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Like a deconstructed chicken sandwich. It's
I mean, I know the idea, but...
Yeah, it's basically a piece of bread and a salad and a piece of chicken.
You make it yourself?
Yeah, it's just on a plate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All the ingredients cooked however they should be cooked, but not touching.
Yeah. Like, couldn't you just put it together and call it a sandwich?
The deconstructed thing's odd to me. I mean, it's a weird little a trend, I guess.
Yeah.
Was it a cooking trend?
Yeah, it was a trend. A
what,
couple
90s?
years ago. No, it was a couple years ago.
Really?
I remember a lot of that happening for a while. I said a deconstructed chicken sandwich, but I couldn't tell you another deconstructed dish, but I had
Say like a
several of them.
deconstructed bread pudding, maybe. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
To me,
Let's see here.
a deconstructed is you kind of don't have... You lost the creativity, maybe.
Yeah.
When you go deconstructed.
I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see what comes up. Deconstructed dishes. There was a deconstructed egg roll.
Okay.
Okay. Deconstructed stuffed pepper casserole.
I was thinking like a shepherd's pie might be interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I remember that for a while. If you could have a meal right now, what would it be?
Okay.
Just curious.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Just curious. I'm very, very curious about this.
Oh man, I'd probably go with I love chicken carbonara or pasta carbonara. I love a good one, like a good one with an egg.
Yeah.
I probably said that on the show too.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
The bacon, the egg, the Gouda.
Sounds
Smoked
delicious.
Gouda.
Yeah.
Al dente pasta. It's good.
Yeah, I like pasta. I like it. I eat too much of it, and I get
With garlic
fatter.
bread. I love
Yeah.
the garlic bread. That's the only reason I like pasta, is so I can have garlic bread.
Yeah, I love
Because
garlic bread.
when you eat a loaf of garlic bread by yourself for dinner, people make fun of you.
Yep. They shouldn't.
They shouldn't. They really shouldn't. It's my body.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I wanna eat-
I'm feeling like smoked salmon and capers and cream cheese on a bagel.
I never turn down smoked salmon,
No.
and that's part of my problem.
Don't turn down a lot of stuff.
Because not everywhere should be serving smoked salmon, you know. But when I see it on a menu, it's so rare that I see it on a menu that I order it or pick it off the buffet line.
I agree.
Yeah.
I had to give my son a life lesson the other day. So we went to Gulf Shores back in July, and just after I was done with my quarantine and all that, we said, let's go to Gulf Shores. So we went, and my oldest discovered oysters, and I'm a big raw oyster fan, and he loved them. Right, so we're down there. We ate oysters all week. Well, we went to Colorado last week, or whatever, and he was like, "Dad, this place has oysters."
Yeah.
And we were at like this. It's an awesome little bar brewery on the river called Riff Raff. And I said, "Buddy," I said, "Where do oysters come from?" He's like, "The ocean." I said, "Do you see an ocean around?" And he goes, "No." Oh. And he was like, "I'm not gonna get that." I was like, "Right."
Oh, actual oysters.
Yeah.
I thought you were going Rocky Mountain
The
oysters.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Gotcha.
No, he will eat those up.
That's a valuable lesson too.
Yeah.
Seafood.
We're-
mountains.
Yeah, we're pro Rocky Mountain oysters in our
Yeah,
household.
I can't say I've ever had them or know that I've been to a place with them.
Oh, then we need to make that happen.
Yeah.
Man, those are good, dude. They have them at is it still Doty's over on Gaylord and or 289 Preston?
Yeah. That's
them
no
there.
longer Doty's.
What is it now? Mashed. They have them.
They have them
I
mashed?
think so, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I never
I'll double
noticed
check that, but they
I've been
do.
there a few times.
Oh, Twin Peaks has them too.
Yeah.
I
prefer to eat Rocky Mountain oysters in the Rockies, maybe. I don't know why. I just pictured my first time being in the Rockies.
You want them in cattle country?
Yeah. Well, I want them somewhere that it's not like a frozen chicken breast.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
I don't know wwhy.
No, that makes
I
sense.
want my.
Your
I
mountain
don't know
oysters.
why. I want my bull testicles to be treated a little better.
yeah, that's not.
Does that sound weird?
It's not mass produced these.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not something that needs to be mass produced.
Yeah, no, it's a niche.
It should be
thing.
delicacy, fresh, shucked. You know.
So, you and I are kind of foodies. We end up talking about food on the podcast a lot. What's something that you refuse? You know, like, I mean, I'm not out there eating bugs, but if there is something that's a part
That
of,
people actually eat is balut. And
Yeah,
we've
me
discussed
too.
this many times.
Yeah.
Balut.
can't do it, dude.
No, there's no way.
I don't think I could do it. I couldn't get over the factor
The duck bill.
and the feet and the feathers.
The smell.
I mean, if we were in like the Philippines and maybe had like a few San Miguel's or something, and somebody's like, "Try
You
this
might
balut,"
dare me.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
might try it, but just
If you're
as
not familiar with balut, it is a fermented duck egg, I believe, like
maybe I'll put that on the podcast.
a slightly link in the bio to the balut, fermented duck egg that's partially developed.
It is a
Delicacy too.
yeah, they consider it a delicacy. It's a embryo, right? A fertilized duck embryo
Yeah.
that gets about halfway through its development, and then they like ferment it. It's god awful.
Yeah.
It sounds terrible.
And
like,
I said duck beak. It has a beak.
yeah, no, it's like half of a duck child.
It's very bizarre.
yeah, like ugh.
Anyway, Andrew Zimmern is where I saw it first. Probably you too.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That's pretty tough stuff.
Yeah, but you know, we still eat. I bet we eat things though that people are kind of like, come on. Like,
Well, what would that be?
well, I was making fun of the like wet markets, you know, in China when
yeah.
COVID stuff, and a friend of mine on Facebook, she was like, you know, people that I know eat squirrel, and I was like, I've eaten squirrel, you know,
Yeah.
like
I'd eat squirrel
That's not. It's like I mean, it's
as long as it's cooked.
yeah.
I think
And
it's
she was like,
probably
well,
fine.
that carries the bubonic plague, and I was like, get it up to 165, you'll
Hopefully
be fine.
not that one.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, I think maybe like, you know, I think some of the things that people may turn their nose up is like cracklings, you know,
Yeah.
just like
Oysters probably.
oysters. Yeah. I mean,
But those
I-
are worldwide. I mean, everybody eats oysters, right?
yeah. I mean, not everybody eats balut. I don't know.
No.
Maybe Rocky Mountain oysters. Maybe people are like, come on, I'll
you
eat
can
this
ferment. You can ferment duck eggs anywhere in the world too.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might be right.
They might say, look, I'll eat this fertilized duck embryo, but that Rocky Mountain oyster stuff's for the birds.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
kind of sickos
I'd rather
are
eat
you?
this. Yeah, this smelly duck fetus thing. Ooh, smelly duck.
I don't know. We eat chicken McNuggets. Those are pretty gross.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Our processed foods are probably the most
Our processed
revolting
foods
ones
are revolting.
and delicious.
Yeah, but that's what Anthony Bourdain said, right? They asked him. They saw the video where he ate the seal eyeball, and they said, "Hey, can you please talk about that?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's with this Inuit family and blah blah blah," you know. And they said, "Well, what's the worst thing you've ever eaten?" And he was like, "Chicken McNugget."
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just nasty.
The fermented shark has got to be up there with something I don't plan on ever trying.
What do they call that? Yeah, it's
I forget
it's
the name
Icelandic,
of it. Iceland,
right?
yeah, they smoke it in a smokehouse and cut it off, shave off like little pieces of.
Yeah,
I guess it's
Andrew Zimmer couldn't
just-
do it.
yeah,
He was like, "That's potent."
yeah, because they pee out of through their skin.
Yeah,
Sharks,
they do.
they pee through their skin, so
That's
that's why it's
terrible.
got the ammonia smell taste to it.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, but they'll take a big chunk of that stuff and hang it up in a smokehouse forever.
Hakarl, something like that.
That doesn't ring a bell, but probably right.
An abbreviation, blah, 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 referred to as fermented shark, is a national dish of Iceland consisting of a Greenland shark or other sleeper shark which has been cured with a particular fermentation process and hung to dry for 4 to 5 months.
That's where I got the smoking part. Hung to dry.
That's
yeah, that's
tough.
rough.
I'd try that more than I would balut, though. If you're like, you got to choose one of these to try, here's a piece of this shark or this balut.
I will say what my favorite fermented food is.
What is that?
Kimchi.
Oh, I love kimchi, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Took me a minute,
Yeah.
but once I realized, I was like, yeah.
My dad growing up would always tell us we were in deep kimchi.
Yeah.
We're in trouble. You ever heard that?
Because it smells like poop.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you're in deep
But I've never
chunky-
heard it. Like, my dad's one of the only ones I've ever heard say it.
My dad said it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deep kimchi.
Yeah.
Well, then we had Korean folks that bought out the rover and they all brought kimchi up like for lunch.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll try some of that kimchi. This is like legit kimchi.
I've
They
got
buried it in the backyard and
Yeah, in
stuff.
a clay pot. and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah. And it was tough.
I've got some kimchi in my fridge
It
right now.
It wasn't the watered down versions we get on the streets of Austin, or
Yeah.
I don't know where you get kimchi at.
Yeah. You can get it at bottom Walmart now.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Like in a
That's-
jar?
Yeah. That's the sign of the times, dude.
Oh wow.
Change is coming.
Mm. Well, I don't like it as much anymore.
Yeah.
It's popular.
It's popular.
Yeah.
I'll also like. I mean, isn't sauerkraut basically?
Yeah,
fermented
and
cabbage?
I'm guilty of buying jars of that
Yeah.
and just putting it in my mouth.
I'm really guilty of buying jars of that and letting a lot of it go to
Waste. Yeah, because it was an impulse buy.
Well, yeah, or like I had my 2 hot dogs for the month,
Yeah.
or whatever, and so, but I had to buy this huge jar because it doesn't come in like
it just
reasonable sized jars.
It should come in like a
Yeah.
like
a beer can size.
a capers jar.
Exactly, just enough for 2 hot dogs, really.
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember one time I thought I'd get all crafty when I was in college. I'm an adult now. You
Yeah.
know, shopping in by myself. For my own food and condiments.
yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put some sauerkraut on maybe my next sandwich or hot dog that I cook in the microwave. Boy, I went through a good quarter of it before it sat in my fridge.
You're like, that's enough
I was like,
sauerkraut.
all right, I guess I'm done on sauerkraut
Yeah.
until Oktoberfest.
I have another. Man, we're on the food subject, so I got 2 things to say. One is how much food did we eat on my birthday trip to Austin?
A ton.
So
Have we done a podcast? since
no,
then?
we
Oh,
haven't.
crap.
Yeah, so
Summarize it real quick.
yeah, so my birthday, my lovely wife put together a really nice surprise trip. Me and Matthew and Jake, who's a fan of the show and has been on the show as well.
Episode 29,
Sure,
maybe.
it may be. We went to Austin, stayed at what was that place called?
Van Zant.
The Van Zant Hotel, the Kimpton Van Zant, and right there on Rainy Street. We played a really nice municipal golf course there, and then spent a couple nights hitting the bars and whatnot. Well, you're getting old when you spend more time at the food truck court than the bars. We had a few beers, and we're like, let's go hit the food trucks up. So we decided to do it family style, and we just hit like 6 or 8 food trucks up and bought full meals.
I want you to name 6 of the countries that we had food from.
Nepal.
Okay.
India.
Yep.
Mexico.
India was first, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yep.
The lobster rolls, so America.
Okay.
Or the United States, rather. Peruvian.
Yep.
Is that the ceviche?
You're correct.
We had another South American one, too.
You are correct there, and I can't think of the other, which one it is.
I can't either.
Argentina?
We had no.
It was Argentina.
Where did we have the Tres Leches cake?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah. It was like
I thought
Colombia
that
or
might have
something.
been like a Ethiopian or...
No, it was Peruvian. We had Colombian ceviche, and that was Peruvian.
Venezuela? No?
That's what it was.
Was it Venezuela?
Venezuelan. Yeah. Maybe we hit 3 then.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Killed
That's
it.
all I can remember. Them lobster rolls, son.
Yeah.
They-
Yeah. Yeah, oh man, the story that unfolded from the lobster rolls is better than the lobster rolls themselves. Because first off, there were 3 of us, and we're all late 30s, I guess is safe to say.
Closing in on 40.
Jake may not be, I'm not sure.
Jake's your age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I gave him credit for being younger.
Nope.
Anyway, we're sitting here getting fat on some lobster rolls, and there's another guy at our picnic table that we had already asked if we could sit with. And he's just enjoying his beer and
Mid-20s?
His friend, yeah, mid-20s. His friends were somewhere around, maybe. I don't even.
He had
know
had a
what the story
few
was.
beers.
Yeah, he was doing good. Worked for Dell, I
Yeah.
believe.
Something.
Anyway, so he sees an attractive young lady walk across the yard and go meet up with her friends, and he says, "Hey, hold on, I'm going to see where they're going." Something to that effect.
Yeah,
wasn't
like
it?
he was. But now let me tell you, this dude was scrubby.
Yeah,
Like he
I thought he was homeless for a little bit.
I mean, there was a good chance at first when we started talking that he was going to say he was homeless.
Yeah,
And she looked like the opposite of homeless.
Right.
Like uptown
she
Dallas.
had a purpose in life.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, continue.
And he goes to follow her and see where her and her group of friends, mixture guys and girls, I believe, were going. They told him where they were going, I believe, and he then asked if his 3 uncles could tag along, referring to us as the uncles.
Now, to his credit, they said yes.
Yes.
Now,
which let us know we were in Austin.
yes. Yeah, bring your uncles.
That this whole thing couldn't even happen to begin with.
But that was when you knew that we've gotten old. We were not like, hey, these are my older brothers. It was my uncles.
Yeah.
My dad's brothers.
Yeah.
Or my mom's brothers. So we tapped out and
so
went
we
to bed.
went with him.
Yeah. And the rest you're going to have to watch on the YouTube channel. Yeah.
So it was a great night. We did proceed to eat some more donuts after that.
And prior to all the food that we mentioned, we went to an actual restaurant
yeah,
and had steak, like a tomahawk ribeye or something.
2 steaks.
Was it?
I think it was 2.
Yeah. And bone marrow.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. That was
we had pappies, too.
Ate our way. Yeah, we did.
We had some pappies.
Ceremonial pappies.
Yeah.
Ate our way through Austin.
It was
in
good.
one block. We didn't leave one block for the most part.
No, it was really good.
Your wife set us up with a sweet chauffeured ride to some distilleries and such, and that's where we went to dinner.
What was that guy's name? Miles or something?
Yeah, that was only outside of that one block,
yeah.
Rainy Street area. But we didn't leave that. A lot of scooters.
We did go to the distillery before the restaurant, and we actually ate there too.
Yeah, we did. I think we split a Philly cheesesteak or something.
Yeah, patty melt, I think. It's funny. Both of us, all 3 of us that went, are such whiskey guys, and we went to a distillery and had gin.
We did.
I don't know why. But,
yeah. I had heartburn at that point.
Yeah, and I'd heard that their particular whiskey is not that good, but their gin was good. So
gin was good.
It was delicious. Man, I'll tell you, Austin, Texas does not care about the pandemic.
They didn't.
They made a good college effort at trying to appear to care.
Yeah.
Like, you better have your mask on when you're standing in line at the bar.
Yeah.
Once you're in, it is not 50% capacity.
They tell you to lick the floor.
Yeah, they're just like, get after it.
Well, I got a little nervous. This past week, Joe Rogan's guy, Jamie, tested positive.
Yep.
And did you hear the story on it?
I just heard he felt bad for like one day.
Yeah, well, Joe was like, the other day, Jamie actually popped up positive, He was like, he's got himself a new girl that he just had to go out to the bars. And he goes, he went out to the bars with his girl. And sure enough,
Oh, man.
And I'm like, I was probably at a way worse place than he was.
Yeah, I...
for a day or 2.
That was 3 weeks ago, so we're good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was kind of curious, man. I was like, I wonder how Jake and Matthew are going to handle up here. I've already had it.
Yeah. You're not worried.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it must have passed through me at some point or somehow, and I didn't notice.
You might have been asymptomatic.
It's got to have.
Yeah. Everybody's going to get it. So,
thank God it didn't affect, I guess. That's all I can ask for on that.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like fun.
So, before we wrap up here, y'all, if y'all want some deer chops, we've been talking about food. Come up here Thursday around lunchtime.
You might get lucky.
You might get lucky. So, that's all I got, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm about it, man. I guess we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Cheers.
See you next time.